In this particular video, we'll be discussing the concepts related with clocks. So let's try and understand. All of us are aware of the fact that a minute hand in a space of 60 minutes will cover 360 degrees. So what I can say from this is, in 1 minute it will cover how many degrees? It will cover 6 degrees. In case of hour hand, I know that in 12 hours, the hour hand will cover 360 degrees. So I can say that in 1 hour, it will cover how many degrees? 30 degrees. That is, in 60 minutes, it is covering 30 degrees. So in 1 minute, it will cover how many degrees? It will cover just half a degree. Right? Let's try to understand the same thing with the help of an example. Let's say the question asks you, what is the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:30? So just to make things clear for you, let's say the time is like this. And the question is asking you the angle between the hour hand and the minute hand. Now we can see that the entire clock is divided into 12 parts. That is 360 degrees divided into 12 parts. So each part is equal to 30 degrees. So between 1 and 2 you have 30 degrees, between 2 and 3 you have 30 degrees, between 3 and 4 you have 30 degrees, and so on. So I can see here the angle is going to be 30 plus slight more than 30. So let's try and understand how do we calculate this. So as we just saw, there are 12 equal parts, right? So we have 12 parts and we are supposed to find out the angle between hour hand and minute hand. So let's say this is the time, somewhere close to this, and we are supposed to find out this particular angle. So let's see how do we calculate. So in 30 minutes, the minute hand will cover how many degrees? Will cover 180 degrees. Whereas in 8 hours and 30 minutes, my hour hand will cover how many degrees? Hour hand will cover 8 hours into 30, that is 240 degrees in 8 hours, and then there are 30 more minutes. So in 1 minute it covers half a degree. So in 30 minutes it will cover how many degrees? 30 into half, which will give you 15. So in 8 hours 30 minutes, the angle covered by hour hand is how much? 240 plus 15, which is 255. So precisely when you calculate your angle from here, this whole angle is equal to how much? This is equal to 255 degrees. What about minute hand? Minute hand is only traveling from this place to this place. This angle is how much? 180 degrees. So if we want this particular angle, so we can be very much aware of the fact that this angle will be nothing but the bigger angle minus the smaller angle. So I can say that the angle between minute hand and hour hand when the time is 8:30 is equal to how much? 255 minus, we got how much? 180 for the minute hand, which will give you how much? 75 degrees. Now, if the question asked you, what is the reflex angle? Now let's understand what is the reflex angle. Reflex angle is an angle which is more than 180 degrees, right? You can see an angle which will be formed on the back side, right? Now this angle we have calculated 75 degrees. Now if we were to calculate the reflex angle, we have to precisely calculate this angle. So if I were to show here, we have to find out this particular angle. So the entire circle will give you 360 degrees. So if I subtract 360 minus 75, how much I'll get? I'll get 285 degrees. This will be the reflex angle. Let's take another example. Let me ask you a question. Let's say if the time is 10:35. So at 10:35, what will be the angle? So let's understand this. At 10:35, what exactly will happen? So this is my time, 10:35. What will happen with minute hand? Minute hand will travel for 35 minutes. So minute hand will travel for 35 minutes. That means 35 into 6 degrees, which will be precisely equal to 210 degrees, right? What will happen with hour hand? Hour hand will travel for how many degrees? For 10 hours, it will have 10 into 30, which is 300 degrees, plus for next 35 minutes. So 35 into half a degree per minute, which will give you how much? 17.5 degrees. So in short, the hour hand is traveling for how many degrees? 317.5 degrees. The minute hand is traveling for how many degrees? 210 degrees. So I want the angle between minute hand and hour hand. What I'll do is 317.5 minus 210, which will give me how much? 107.5. Now if the question would have asked you what is the reflex angle, you just need to calculate 360 minus 107.5 and you'll get your answer. So this value will give you the reflex angle. This is the normal angle. So I hope you have understood this particular concept. We'll continue with several other concepts in the next part of the video. Thank you so much.